do well. Hi, and welcome to our place, or the place. You can call it any name you want it. A place called AsRealAsYou. So, just spoiler alert: if you're here to watch, cats, dogs, fish, some nonsense stuff which is gonna blow out, or we're gonna drop the penny and some paint and see what's gonna happen, you're in the wrong place. I mean, you might even like it what we're doing, but you're not gonna see that. We're here to talk about you, me, and share our stories of success, stories of failing, life stories, business stories, all kind of stories. Reason why we think we can do that stuff, well, first of all, we're in the United States, right? It's the best country in the world, so we can do a lot of different things here. But most importantly, I believe just because I have pretty interesting life and I'm a happy person. I was surrounded all my life with very interesting people, and I still have the same people. And I learned a lot from them. They probably learned some stuff from me. I have a couple of mentors, and I consider myself as a semi-successful person. I can't say I'm extremely successful, but I have a place to live. I have a, food in the refrigerator. I have kids. I have beautiful fiance. I have work. I got nothing to complain. The most ridiculous question, which I always hate this question when people asking me, "Hey, what do you want for your birthday?" I don't know. I have everything. Literally, on my birthday, I just want peace, and quite frankly, I don't want to see anybody. That's my day, and I want to do what I want to do, not to entertain people. So let's get back. So our channel called AsRealAsYou. Reason why it started from me. I was born in Soviet Union. Totally different world. It's not Russia. It's not actually. I was born in Republic of Belarus, which is a part of Soviet Union. Used to be. Now it's an independent country. Was born in a typical, Soviet Union family. I have dad, I have mom, I have younger brother, I have grandparents. I was very happy as a kid. I was very happy when I went to school. I was actually a very happy person and still happy person through my life. A positive person. Sometimes I get upset, but everybody does. I moved to the United States at the age of 24, moved to Chicago. I don't live in the city, I live in the suburbs, never live in the city in the United States. I was born in capital of Belarus, but I'm not a city boy. I am deep down, country boy. I love forest, I love animals, I have a pond. That's the reason why I have this house, because of the pond. But I'm gonna tell you the secret. My pond is for fishing. My neighbor pond is for swimming. He's got much bigger pond, and it's actually designed to swim. And he's got some wallies, which I go and fish. And neighbor doesn't have any issues with that. I achieved certain things in my life, and not only professionally, but also as a human being. I have 3 kids, I have 3 grandkids, I have beautiful fiance, and I have a couple of businesses. So I have steady work, steady income, and I was convinced to do something like that, to share my stories. And actually the most important, it's not my stories, the most important is your stories and our communication back and forth. It's a two-way street. My story is not going to be interested as your stories, and I want to hear them. So people call this channel, I call the place, we just want to converse with people. We want to talk. It's like, remember when people used to read the books? It was actually a good time when people used to read the books. And lately, with all this technology, the internet, Wi-Fi, the cell phone, I mean, you can't really do anything without people knowing this stuff. But you know what? I still managed to hide some stuff from rest of the world. So is you, so is everybody else. So instead, writing the book, let's talk. Let's talk about pretty much everything and nothing. Let's start from me. So, like I said, I moved to the United States at the age of 24. I live in the suburbs of Chicago, almost by Wisconsin. So it's not really a suburb of Chicago. I probably prefer to say I live in the border of Wisconsin, and I loved it. I mean, not necessarily I love Illinois, but I love where I live. Professionally in the United States, was working all my life, all 24 years or 23 years. Came from the smaller I started work at the smaller company, Russian immigrants company, on the day number 4. Still remember the guy, his name is Jacob, he helped me a lot. But 6 months later, I realized if I'm gonna work for a Russian company, even for such a great owners, and for Russian clientele, well, you're never gonna learn English. And why did I came to the United States? Just because I wanna change my life, but in order for me to change my life, I have to speak the language which people speak here. And it is English, not Russian. Actually, it is a funny story. Once I was pretty much housing newcomers. I didn't know the people before they came here, but pretty much I received a phone call, hey, it's a family couple, they have a kid, and they are immigrated, they're going to the United States because they want a green card, and can you help them out to settle? I said, oh, sure, no problem. And the most interesting part about this family, when we went to the Social Security office, the wife of the, of the man who I know, she was really sincerely pissed off and upset why they don't speak Russian in Social Security office. And no matter how hard I try to explain, like, well, you're not in Russia, you're not in Belarus, you're not in Soviet Union, you are in United States of America. And the language people speak here is English. So, but some immigrants, they think that's not. I mean, hey, it's, I don't want to upset anybody, but, you have to respect the country where you live. And if you live here, speak English. So I realized I will never gonna speak English. I mean, I still hardly speak English, as you can hear. I mean, I have thick Russian accent. I apply for work at pawn business. So it was a pawn shop. They were looking for a guy who can run one of the open new stores in the south side of Chicago, and I got a job. So I worked in pawn business for about 2 years, and it was great work. Great work. I learned a lot, not only English. I learned actually, I would say it's probably the best school for human communication due to the fact of the clientele. And I'm talking about clientele from one side of the windows and also the dealers who used to come and buy merchandise from me. Clientele, I mean, some people probably would say, well, that's, low life. No, they're unique people. And I still remember my customers who used to bring me merchandise, and I not necessarily remember their names, but I remember their stories, and they're very unique stories, and I learned a lot. So 2 years after working in the pawn shop, I decided to, now it's time for me start thinking about my professional career. So I quit the pawn business and went back to the HVAC business as a helper, installation service guy. Was working on the north side of Chicago for back then it was just a young company, but now it's one of the largest company in north side of Chicago. They servicing Gold Coast. They do unique projects. Great owners, great company to work with. I would recommend them anytime, any given day. And actually, we might gonna do the episode about them as well. Then, by coincidence, because I was such a pain in the neck for everybody, I was offered the job working in the office at this company. And I was running the warehouse, doing some purchases, you know. It was a small warehouse, literally like 1,500 square feet, maybe 2,000 square feet warehouse. It was a lot of service trucks, so I was in charge of making sure we have all products in stock for service guys and for upcoming installations, so that was my job. And I was in charge of buying all these products. So because I was probably doing such a terrible job, or maybe in some way, maybe a good job, I got an offer from one of the distributors where we used to buy the product to work for them. And I went over there and I met my mentor. His name is Dan. So that's about him I can talk for hours, but I was working with them for about 8 years. I was very close to the family, and I learned pretty much everything as a professional from these people. Well, I learned a lot from this family who I worked for. It was a family-owned business. They have back then they used to have 3 locations. Now they have 4 locations in the Chicago area. Great company to work for. It's again, but it's just my nature. I got bored, and pretty much everything was working smoothly. Last couple of years, you know, I was making really good money. Have no issues to complain about it, but I need a change. And obviously, what abnormal people like me do for a change, well, they quit. Right after I got a baby, I quit and I decided to open up my own business. Failed miserably. Within half a year, failed, but didn't stop me. I did it again and it was successful. It was 4 years later, it was sold to one of the actually biggest wholesale in the world. It's called Wolseley. So they make acquisition of our business, and I could probably just sit home and do absolutely nothing, but I went to do some consulting. I did consulting for a year, and it was always in the back of my mind, I want to do something else. So we decided to open up another business, and 4 years later, that business was doing about $25 million in sales a year. So that's pretty much short version of my story, but it's like, I don't really want to talk about, my stories. I mean, I want to talk about my life, and I want to talk about your life. I want to hear the story. I want to hear, what do you want me to talk about? I do realize, some people, they gonna wonder, like, what the heck is that Russian accent doing, in front of my phone or computer? Well, I do something what, I want to do. That's the beauty of the life. If you want to do something, just do it. Don't be afraid of. I mean, that's what I learned, at my 45 plus years. Don't be afraid, just do it. As long as you're not going to hurt people next to you or people who depend on you, just do it. Otherwise, you're going to regret for the rest of your life. And that's what I'm doing here. I want to talk about you. I want to talk about stories, success, not success. And just remember, our channel is, or I call this our place, is As Real As You. And it will be real stories, and will be episodes with people, with companies, and maybe you're gonna see the cats too, or dogs. And for now, thank you and see you later. Bye.